Okay, so we're going to look at the double leg takedown. We're also going to look at a common problem that comes up, which is people trying to throw a guillotine on you when you're doing a double. And it's not usually that hard to remedy. If you have a good proper double, that actually solves a lot of the problems of the guillotine. But you can also use his guillotine to help you take him down and then use it to even choke him or get good position on the ground. So it is a mistake in most cases to try to grab a guillotine while someone's trying to double leg takedown, trying to take you down that way, because you're actually giving up all of your countering options to stay on your feet. You're betting the whole farm on that choke working, because if it fails, all of, positionally you've also failed. So if I'm here with Carlos, what happens is this. Here's the first mistake you will make. Is that when, let's say he's posting just as an obstacle, so I have to clear his arms and lower my level. The first mistake you will make is they shoot with their head down and their hips back. That's walking into the guillotine, right? So if I shoot this way and I'm like this, I'm asking for him, with my hips back, to lie, or even choke me from here. He could stand up tall, or he could lie back to guard. All right, just kind of pull me into it, yeah. And it's always my own fault when I get caught that way, because at every stage there's something I can do. So notice something. If I shoot him with my hips under me and look to the sky, he's got to bend over and try to get his arm around my neck. He's going to give me a better takedown. Another interesting thing is this, that I can actually lift him and take him down without even using my arms. He's doing all the holding on part. So from here, when I shoot, if my hip is under me, go ahead and grab your guillotine. Now you see he's in a real awkward position to try to even lock his hands and get it around my neck. But if I stand up, I can lift him without even using my hands, okay? But if I'm using my hands, I can do this. So he's already not in a position to finish the guillotine yet, all right? And when I stand up and I lift him, now you see I can change my hands off in midair. This hand comes through to here and I catch his hip. Now I'm clear of his legs when I take him down, which means he's gonna land and I have side control and he can't choke me from here. But if I put my right arm around his neck and put my 4 fingers in his armpit and lean on that shoulder, I can choke him. Okay, so hips under you, look to the sky, lift him, change off your hands. This arm goes inside his left leg, right arm catches his hip. Then you take him down. You can take him down as hard as you want too, because he's your pillow. He gets the hard landing, I get the soft one. And then I can either shoulder choke him like I just did, or I can walk around to north and south and to the other side and free my head, and then he's going to give me a kimura and a cross arm lock. So what I'm arguing here is that proper wrestling is a very good complement to jiu-jitsu. It's poor wrestling that walks into simple traps, okay? So if you're a half-ass wrestler, watch out, because there's a lot of things he can try to snag off of you. And this happens also when you get jiu-jitsu guys that train with other jiu-jitsu guys that have a little bit of wrestling, and they learn how to exploit that. But if you have good solid jiu-jitsu and good solid wrestling to go with it, he can't pull off those easy counter-offensive options like a guillotine off a double. It's not going to be, I'm not going to say it's not possible, I'm saying there are fewer ways to do it. And there are more pitfalls when you try to do it, if the guy's got a good double in this case. First thing I'll say too, stepping back from the double a second, is if you think he's trying to get a cheap guillotine on you, then go for a single instead, because my head is inside where he can't put a guillotine on me. Right. So the orientation is wrong for him to try to guillotine you. If you want to play it safe at the get-go, just do snatch singles on him and stuff, and don't do a double unless you're really confident you can blow through him and lift him or take him down without being caught and choked. So yes, I can lift him and change off my grip. Another thing though is if I don't have a chance to lift him before he's already falling back, I can jump my hips out and pass his guard. Because you notice our goal here is to make sure, even if he's holding onto your neck, which helped me lift him, our goal is to make sure that we don't end up in his guard, that we're clear of his guard before he lands. But if as I do this, if you're here, and I shoot again, notice I'm matching his level or below it. All right, penetrate deep here. If just as I'm trying to get up, he's already sitting back with it, my hands are on his leg, I go shoulder into him, and I'll even push on those legs, but notice I threw my hips out and I'll land face up. He can't choke me. And then I turn back in on him, and now I finished my double, but there's no choke here. Now, it turns out there wasn't a choke anyway because my arm was in. Let's say my arm was out, which gave him a better chance. Now, from here, I can change my arm position to here and here, and I can walk around his head. And now I feel it getting looser. Okay? And now when I come over here, I can reach back and push his wrist, and his arm, because my head was in there, his arm was separated from his body, and now he's giving me a good shot at the Kimura or a cross arm lock. I might get the Kimura, or I might get the cross arm lock. So, mistake number 2, or problem number 2 for him, is that when he's holding on to my head, not only is he not able to use his hands for anything else to defend that takedown, but his arm is separated from his body, and it's giving me the Kimura and a cross arm lock. So that's something to think about. And when you grow with a lot of people, you'll find a lot of people just instinctively will grab the neck and go, oh, there's a neck, when you grab it, I might get a choke. Probably not. The other guy knows what he's doing. Okay? So the interesting thing is, both parties think the other is walking into a trap. Only one of them is right. Depends on your level in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, or your partner's level. Part of it is initiative too, if you're quick. How deep do you get it in before it's too late for the other guy to do anything about it? So notice again, he's here, and I pop the arms, and I shoot, and he goes to get it. All right, even with my arm out, yeah, this is a better way for him. So I stand up, and he's like this. He wants to sit back and close his guard and all that. But what I do is I change from here to here. I'm clear of his legs. You see that? I'm outside his legs. Technically, I already have side control. And now, I can drive him down. Okay? I can choke him from here, or I can walk around, and I can clear it and get my arm. If I'm in, he's up. You're actually up. Okay. And you're standing up. And if he tries, before I can get my hips in and stand up and take him down, if he's already fallen back, I go with it. And I land here. And I can turn back in and hug his legs. And that's the completion of my double. My knees outside, cry to that hip, behind his thigh. He can't put me in his guard or his half guard. And then here I am. I might be able to work it free from here, but I definitely can walk around, or like I said, choke him from there.